All right, welcome back to another exciting episode of Keeping the Village Safe with Chip Rarig, your city administrator, Chief Paul Tomasi, your director of everything safety related, and our special guest today, Councilmember Bobby Richards. Welcome, Bobby.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Did you get your hair done?
I did get my hair done. Yeah, my salon isn't closed.
Yeah, never closed. Never closed. Bald people never have closed salons. So, well, welcome, and thank you for everything that you do for the village and your leadership. We're very, very grateful. So,
thank you, and for what you do as well.
So, just a couple things today. We had a good vlog, of course, the other day with Mayor Potter at our lovely Sunset Center, and today I just wanted to again announce that we are receiving applications for requests for outdoor seating in the public right-of-way from restaurants. So not from retail. We don't want it look like some kind of a bazaar or a yard sale with clothing or materials out on the sidewalk or the parking spaces. So just for restaurants, no bars, no wine tasting rooms at this point either. So just please, let's just start with the restaurants. And these would be for restaurants that are currently providing to-go food and maybe want to have somewhere for their patrons to sit down. So, but it's up to you, the proprietors, to make sure that you're policing your space yourself. So making sure there's proper social distancing, any permitting that's required from any other agency outside the city is up to you to obtain. We just need you to give us a little site plan, some photographs of the furniture and how you're going to do it safely. That's one of the keys, right, Chief? I mean, making sure it's done safely because it's in a parking space. So we don't want a vehicular patron interaction on our street.
Correct.
And that gets into the last requirement. You're going to indemnify us and hold us harmless. So give us your insurance as well. So safe and attractive, you enforce. And my son's birthday, Ethan turns 16 on this coming Sunday, so happy birthday. He never doesn't watch these.
Happy birthday, Ethan.
So
happy birthday.
Because kid's got a good head of hair. Bobby's taught him how to drive. It's a nightmare. It's horrible. So Bobby said to me, he needs more lessons. He's one of the 1% who needs more lessons, so we're working on it. It's nerve-wracking, though. It's
always.
It's scary. So, well, what do you have, Chief?
Well, I want to talk about, here we are in week 10.
Week 10, yep.
Of this shelter in place and the stress and the difficulties that people seem to be having with it. We know that this weekend's going to be very busy. It's Memorial Weekend. We're kicking off the summer. We anticipate a lot of people coming here. And our message is, please continue to follow the shelter in place order. It's important for everybody's health and safety. We are going to have extra officers on patrol this weekend on the beach, downtown, and we'll be continuing to educate this order. I was particularly pleased this last week in talking with a number of our businesses and how proactive they're being in coming up with their plans to reopen. Although we aren't ready to reopen yet, but they've come up with great safety protocols and they're following what other counties are doing. So when this is eventually allowed to open up, like our restaurants and our businesses, retail businesses, we're going to be ready and we'll be able to implement that quickly. So kudos to them. I thought we had a great week with the relationship with them. And all along with police work, I mean, our goal has been community policing, relationship building, and one of my strong pillars that I always talk about is trust. And I appreciate the trust that the community is showing us and providing us in reaching our goals and meeting our requirements of this order. But again, the focus on this is it is a social responsibility, and I'd love it to be that more than a police action. That's something I'm not a fan of, this being a police action, but let's have good social conscience when we're out there. Remember to wear your mask. Remember to stay 6 feet apart. Remember to wash your hands often. And we'll get through this, and just anticipate a busy weekend here, but we'll do our best.
You're up like you're a poet. That's always beautiful. That was wonderful. And a shout out to Todd Tice. You know, Todd, who's a retailer, owns several shops in town, really took a leadership role this week with his fellow retailers and said, we're going to hold off. And we're hoping that, again, the health director next week sees the lack of new cases we have in the county, let alone the peninsula, and that we're post-COVID-19 safe and ready to open with restrictions and protocols in place. Correct. So thank you, Todd, for your leadership. I'm very
on
grateful.
that, to support the businesses, I reached out to all the county chiefs. And this morning I had a meeting with the president of the California Police Chiefs Association, which represents about 400 police chiefs throughout the state. He has the ear of the governor regularly, 3 or 4 times a week. And I made our message clear, and I made the plight of our small businesses, our retail shops, and our restaurants clear to him that we need to make some consolations. We need to get this thing moving. So that's my community service effort, and I want to support our businesses here as well. So I want you to know we did that, and I'm taking that step forward.
Well done, Chief. Well done.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Well, I guess I'm up. So, well, first off, thanks a lot for letting me join in on this. It's always looked like so much fun. I had to kind of weasel my way in here. But I wanted to start off with really just my gratitude for the team that I'm a part of and that we have here in the city. And so I wrote down some of the different things. Well, we have like Jeff Barron and Councilperson Jan Reimers are working on the, what I want to thank them for their work with the neighbor program. And also they're developing another new program called Neighbor to Neighbor program. So I think that's fantastic, and I wanted to give them a shout out. I also spoke with Councilperson Reimers today, and she told me that she's been successful in possibly getting some people to sponsor some of the mutt stations, which is fantastic. I think that Councilperson Carrie Tice is working tirelessly with the HID, the RID, the Visit Carmel, and the Innkeepers Association. So she's really putting in a lot of overtime trying to be post-COVID ready. And then with Dave, with the Mayor Potter, he's just been all over the boards. I mean, that guy he's been everywhere.
Tireless.
Absolutely tireless. And he's just really demonstrated some great leadership skills. And I'm so grateful that he's up there. Also, then with Chip, I think that people should know how instrumental Chip was in getting the construction and the gardeners and the like back into this community in this county. Chip was extremely influential in making that decision, helping that decision get made. So thank you, Chip.
Thank you, sir.
And then that brings me to Chief Tomasi, who I want to give the ATA to. And what that is the Andy Taylor Award. Because I think through the Chief's kind, quiet strength, he's been a tremendous leader in our town, and I really want to thank him for that. He's been great. But most of all, I want to, I guess, appreciate or show my appreciation for all the residents and the shop owners for doing the right thing. They've been extremely patient and respectful. And I know that, we say we're all in this, but we're all going through this in different forms and fashions. But it seems to me that the common thread that we all have is everybody seems to be respectable, and I really appreciate that, and I appreciate living in this town. So thank you, and thank you for the work you guys do, and thanks for letting me join.
Thank you. Well said.
Thank you, Vice Mayor.
Well said, Vice Mayor. So we're Memorial Day ready. Be safe, be sound, stay in touch, wash your hands.
Wear your masks.
Wear your masks.
And take good care.
Take good care.
Thank you.